Hello everybody, wee Paddy from across the shuck. And I'm now on my catch-up videos. So I was even Gearbest even contacted me today and told me, right, order some more knives, you've got lots of work to do. So that's it folks, I'm back. I'm gonna have to get back at it. And I've got a lovely one this morning for you. I'd been sort of holding this one back because it's not one of my regular ones. I love SANREMU, but SANREMU small ones is what I sort of had always loved. But this came up and I thought, well, I'll give this a try and see what I think of it. And to be honest with you, I think I've hit a wee cracker. There's a couple of different shapes and models too, but I'm going to show you this morning. It's the SANREMU 9011. Comes in the new SANREMU boxes. Now, I'm saying that it's new to me. I haven't bought a big SANREMU. I don't think I've ever bought a big one. So it comes nicely in a little bag. And it's not your, it's everything's sort of a wee bit more quality about SANREMU at the minute. Now, isn't that a lovely knife? I'll set that down there, the show side up, and just let you see. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at the shape on that. I love the way that they've left the borders right the way round the whole knife. It makes that G10 stand out, and it is G10. Very, very nice. And that's the SANREMU. There's where logo should be, at the top. SANREMU, lovely little flipper button, and lovely swedge at the top. And a nice little flat bit for your sharpening gear if you use it, as I do. But look at that. Isn't that just lovely? What a shape of a blade. A real good, thick, sturdy point on it too for poking. You know that thing you're not supposed to? But for this is the price of a knife for poking. The jimping, what's it like? Completely purposeful. It's very, very like Spyderco. It just doesn't move. Lovely, and it's a full back, which to be honest with you, I'd rather have a full back. That's my only downside on this, is the clip is way down, so you've got an awful lot of the knife sticking above the top. But I'm going to have to see if I can get another. I think I've a clip somewhere that'll fill that in. That should do that. This is unusual. Again, SANREMU, maybe they do it in a lot of their bigger knives. I don't know, but that actually locks the liner lock. So if anybody has got any fear on liner locks, fear not, it has gone and unlocks again. So the liner lock works. Very, very smooth. Absolutely gorgeous. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you... Do you know what? I'm just going to have a wee look down in here. Yes, it's 2 brass washers. I thought, is it brass? Yeah, it looks like it's 2 brass. It is so smooth. I haven't put anything on this whatsoever. So I'll give you a little bit of the measurements. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll talk about it. So I'll give you the metric version first, which is the full length is 20.3 centimeters, and the blade length is 8.4 centimeters, and the blade width is 3 centimeters. So it's a deep, and this is a flat grind, and it's quite a high. It's 3/4 of the way up that blade, which gives a lovely slicing ability. And it weighs in at 122 grams. Now, let's just see with the real measurements. Now, let's see. Inches. The blade it's a cutting edge of 3 inches, but it's about 3 1/4. The handle length is about 4 1/2. And I'll just give this back a wee stretch and see what it is. And that is... It's near an 1/8. It's about, well, 3 millimeters. So just short of an 1/8, 3 millimeters, which is a good sturdy working blade. That's going to be 3 and 4.5. So it's a 7.5-inch knife, which is, a good working knife. You get a good 4 fingers on there. Really lovely. It's about an 8-inch in it, but perfect grip. And I love this. It's chamfered all the way around your G10. All the metal edges are soft. It's got a good sturdy liner lock, which locks up perfect. What's that, about 40%? But 40 near 50, and that's perfect. That's where you want your liner lock to be. But to have the safety of this button on this side here is just, it's, look, if you don't like it, you don't use it. It's dead simple. But here now, this is what I think is great. It's not 8CR13, it is, let's get this, 12C27, which is a good Sandvik steel. Do you know, that is what they would use on the sack knives. So, I mean, it's a good steel. It sharpens to a razor. There's a little bit of a recurve there. Wouldn't bother me in the slightest. If you've got Spyderco Sharpmaker, it'll not bother you either. There's plenty of ways to sharpen a recurve. I'll maybe get round to doing that one day. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I must just do it on my, even on my Spyderco, just to show you how easy it is to do. There's a nice lanyard hole at the back here, which is covered, and you can left or right-handed. That's my downside. I just do not like that pocket clip. It works fine, but it leaves so much sticking out the back. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The action on it is absolutely beautiful. Really, really easy action. Does it pop down? You know, nah, not really. I was going to say yeah, but not really. But it does just shut down easy. It's not hard to do. But lovely action, really smooth. Everything's smooth about it. There's nothing gritty, rough, or... I am very, very impressed with my sort of first offering of a SANRENMU. Oh, I never waited for you. Let me give you that there in real money. I did on the metric ounces. Is 4.3. No, well, that's not bad at all. You know, for a liner lock, because you can only... They have light on one side of it. It was very hard for me. Oh, you can see in the back there. There you go. It is lightened in the back there. And obviously the liner lock side, they can't really lighten it. So you just have to be putting up with a wee bit extra weight. But 4.3, absolutely perfect. This is a great way around a house knife. That's what I would think of it, because this will do any job around your house. If you're going to go out and do a hard day's work, this is probably not the knife I'm going to take, because 12CR27 doesn't give you a great length to work. But saying that, you see if you've got one of these, or the DC4, you see if you have that in your pocket, you can sharpen it in your lunch break or your tea break in literally about 2 or 3 minutes and bring it back to screaming sharp again. So, I mean, I don't worry too much about that. So, what am I going to say about this knife? I'm going to highly recommend this knife, not as a work knife, but just an odd job knife. A knife to throw in a drawer, to throw in the pocket of your car. Something to have that's got a really good edge. It might not last a long time, but it'll get you out of a sticky situation. And it'll do a little bit of work. Let's be honest. It'll do a little bit of work. 8CR13, I think it's a bit better than that. So if you whatever way you use your 8CR13, you can use this and a wee bit more, in my opinion. So there we go. Very, very impressed. Absolutely. There literally is no faults on the... I mean, I've taken you around that as slowly as I can. I mean, even the jimping, there's a great way to tell on a cheap knife is how the jimping is cut. And look how perfect that is. Look how perfect that is. Look at the thumb studs. It's all equal. Everything is cut equal. The swedges, beautifully cut, and they're level on either side. It's just beautiful. Really good working point for poking. And that's what I do with knives about the house. I'm poking and hooking with them, do you know what I mean? That I don't want to do with my big knives. So let me give you a little demonstration. What have I like here? I haven't got many knives out here. This is a new video. There's the Ganzo chopper. And here's the Ganzo G714. That's my steak knife, which is just that little bit bigger. And what about there? Here's a wee poker knife. There's a wee poker housing, which is a slip joint. But it's a nice sort of comparison to that knife. And my favourite wee slip joint at the minute is my steel will. Not my steel will, my lion steel. Now, so there's the size of the knife. It's a broad knife, but it's not over long. And to be honest, that grind is absolutely perfection. It really is for what that knife is going to do. So now, there you go. There's my first wee return back And this beautiful SANREMU. I'll turn this over again, let you just see the other side again. And it's 12C. Oh, come on. Show me. There we go. 12C27, and the number is 9011. It is about £19 odd, say £20. There isn't a voucher off for this. This is the price of it. So, £20, is it worth it? Yeah, it is worth it. It is worth £20. It's sort of at the maximum of where I'd want to go, but it is worth £20. And I mean that, it genuinely is worth £20, but I wouldn't go any more, if that makes it any clearer. I just literally wouldn't. Now, I'm just going to show you a bit of the sharpness of it. Ugh. I'll give you a show of my new PlayStation. So, there we go. There we go. That's... Nope. I'm actually working from behind the camera, which I've never done before. This is something new. So there, it cuts telephone paper. What does that tell you? It tells you it's reasonably sharp, but I know in 10 minutes I could get it an awful lot sharper than that. I've been using it, but not much, to be honest with you. So there you go. That's the end of that review. Recommend it. It's the top end, the £20, the top end of where I'd want to pay for it, but I would pay for it, if that makes any sense. If you like the look of it, it's worth 20 quid. And I'm just going to pull you back a bit now and let you see where I am videoing from. This is a new desk I got. There we go. It's from my mother's house. She just recently passed away. And I have this beside my chair in the front room. And I can sit and do my videos by the window, so I don't need any great light. And I can have my wee cup of tea there, and Sally can't shout at me. So there you go, folks. I hope you like that knife. It's a 9011 SANREMU. Paddy's out. Going to have my wee tea now. Take care. Bye-bye.